little something different today. As my friends know, I am a pretty big reader, and I just found this book in a Leave a Book, Take a Book bin recently. It's called Not That I'd Kiss a Girl by Lil O'Brien, which is basically a memoir of a lesbian at the time of coming out. Being Pride Month, I thought it was maybe a good thing to review. I mean, I like sharing books with everyone, so I'll just read the jacket cover to give a bit of a background. Lil O'Brien accidentally outed herself to her parents at the age of 19 when they overheard her talking to a friend about liking girls. Half an hour later, she found herself on the side of the road with instructions to come back and pick up her suitcase the next day. What follows is a heartbreaking yet hugely funny story of a young Kiwi girl, the deputy head girl from a posh private school, coming to grips with her sexuality in the face of stark disapproval from her parents. Bit by bit, Lil finds the inner strength to pull herself into an entirely new world. Along the way, she's called out for looking too straight in a gay bar, tries to break into the lesbian in crowd, and figures out how to send her internet lover back to America. She falls in lust over a knotted soccer shoelace, explores how the hell to have sex with a girl, and dates 4 women at once, unsuccessfully. Lil's story is an insight, an honest look at how you figure out whether you're gay, bi, or whatever, and deal with what comes next. It's an essential read for anyone who's had to fight for who they are and what they believe in. So I'll try not to give too many spoilers. Like it says, she accidentally outs herself to her parents, and they pretty much kick her out right away. She's at home visiting from a break from university. So she sort of still has a place to go. Like, she can go back to university. The thing I found odd, though, was she was gathering her stuff to go after they told her to get out. And they were like, no, don't take your things, just get out. We'll text you tomorrow when to come back and get your stuff. Why? It seems like an unnecessary step. If you're kicking her out, just kick her out. But it almost seems like maybe it's appearances. They don't want to appear to the outside world that they're kicking her out, but they want to send her a message. It's very interesting to read coming out stories, I find. I mean, everyone has their own tale, of course. Heck, I remember way back in school, one of my best friends is gay, and I actually don't ever remember him coming out to me, per se. I mean, it was likely more of a big deal to him. I'm, again, not sure. I never actually thought about it, and that's it. Being a straight woman, never really had to consider it. I guess relationships are easier, the heterosexual crowd. But likely him coming out was commenting on a cute guy, dipping his toes in, seeing how I'd react. Which, I don't think anything of it. You like who you like, and that's it. But I didn't think anything of it, and it was likely more of a big deal to him, or maybe it wasn't because he knew me. But that being said, reading this book, I mean, it really shows, especially, I mean, I think she's a bit older than me, so early 2000s. It's a different time, definitely, for coming out than it is now. And it really shows, I mean, back before the internet was as common, she was trying to get information on lesbians to see what she was, if she was. And so much harder than without the internet. I mean, you go to a library, but if you're not out, maybe you don't want to be seen in that section of the library. mean, I don't think it matters, it's books, but some straight people wouldn't want to be seen in it either, I suppose. No, I really enjoyed her style of writing. Stuck to a fairly straight storyline until the part where she is dating the 4 girls at once, because it was more focusing on one girl at a time just to get you to know them. But I mean, some of the girls she knew longer than others, so it was like maybe a period for the one girl was like a story that took place over 2 years, where another girl it might have been 1 year, or, you know, like that. So that got a little confusing, but otherwise it was pretty straightforward. And I think that was just done so you got to know about that particular girl and wasn't confusing them with the others. I think the most interesting thing in this book was the relationship with her parents. Again, I'm trying not to spoil it, but it was, I mean, with your parents, obviously you're gonna hope they'll always be there for you. Hers weren't as there, but tried to be. I mean, you'd have to read it to see what I really mean, but it's more like she wants to love them and they want to love her, but there's like a block in the middle and they're all trying to figure out how to get around it, or if they can get around it. Anyway, it was an enjoyable read. If you're looking for some Pride Month reads, Goodreads does have a list of some popular gay books out at the moment. More than just gay. They have whole sections. You'd have to look at it. I'll put the link in the section below. But as for this book, I do give it a 5 out of 5. It was an enjoyable read. It was a quick read. It's, I really enjoy when I find good books in the leave a book, take a book bins. They're honestly more fun to find books in than the library. And don't get me wrong, I love the library. You should definitely support your local library. But to be putting this one into a different leave a book, take a book bin, just to give more people a chance to see it. Anyway, I know this was kind of a all over the place review. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but I did find it a very interesting story about what one does go through coming out, or especially being accidentally outed, even if it's by yourself or by someone else. It's a very interesting relationship. Particularly interesting as well is for Lil trying to find the definition between what a friend looks like and then what a girlfriend would look like. It's definitely something that's hard to learn for her. But anyway, I do recommend it. It's Not That I'd Kiss a Girl by Lil O'Brien. It's one of those books where the title is in the book and it's actually a cute story how the title does come out. Drunkenly talking to one of her friends, and she says, "Not that I'd kiss a girl, but if I did, it'd probably be you." Which I just think that's a badass pickup line, but I mean almost a hidden pickup line, because it's not that I'd kiss a girl.